I'm Laauryn Masika Kazimoto. We start this newscast with the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Jessica Rose Epel Alupo, has encouraged parents to educate their children to make them become responsible people in future. Alupo wants discipline instilled in the young generation for morality and ethical virtues to prevail. This, she said, while celebrating her mother's 77th birthday, on whom she poured praises for raising her and her siblings responsibly. We have the details.
The Vice President, Major Retired Jessica Alupo, yesterday celebrated her 77th mother's birthday with a call to parents to educate their children, saying investment in education was the best insurance for the latter's future, as she poured praises to her dear mother for having educated all her children. She said, as children, they were thankful to their mother and their departed father for bringing them up in a Christian and dignified way, which is full of humility.
Wow! That is congratulations. Doctor, come on, boy, doctor. Come on, memo.
My mother is a midwife, a retired midwife, and my late father was a teacher. And we used to see them work very hard on top of their salary, which they were getting, to do so many agricultural enterprises to supplement what they had in their salary in order to educate all of us. They managed to educate all of us. So I would like to call upon all of us who are here to use that as an example, that do not think that it's too heavy. You just think that it's possible to educate all your children.
Flanked by her husband, Peter Abaine, Vice President Alupo, who doubles as a woman member of parliament for Katakwi district, said her mother, Amojong Akol Bernadette, was and will always be everything for them as her children. Relatedly, the Vice President thanked the security personnel of the Vice President's office, the press team, drivers and all staff for exhibiting resilience and professionalism since she assumed office. She assured her staff that Katakwi is home and thanked them specifically for professionalism in which they conduct their duties, while calling on them to keep it up, saying that they have her blessings. Peter Abaine, in his remarks, thanked God for the life of Toto, saying that Toto has been a great parent and that he is grateful to have her as his parent.
Toto has been a great parent, as many have already mentioned, and I am grateful to have her as my parent. I thank all the family members for continuing to have me as one of the family member.
The main celebrant, Amojong Akol Bernadette, thanked her children, family members, religious leaders and district officials for coming to celebrate with her. She praised God for a healthy life. Etole Ed Akenjo, UBC News.
Those are perfect dance moves for a 77-year-old. Well, happy birthday to Toto. And in more news, the rector, St. Charles Lwanga Nachibale in Kanungu district, Father Deus Toyonjede, has hailed parents for having participated in baptism sacraments of their children during yesterday's Boxing Day. This was during a mass at Christ the King Church in Kanungu Town Council, which was attended by the Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Bariomunsi.
Pastor Dr. Chris Bariomunsi has still joined the Christians of Kanungu district in celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. On this 26th date of December 2023, Bariomunsi and family kicked off the prayer trip from Christ the King Church in Kanungu Town Council. And here the mass led by Father Deus Tweyonjere, director St. Charles Lwanganya Kibali, witnessed the baptism of young babies.
The birth of our Lord Jesus Christ gives us the birth of our children as well as Christians. And so on this very feast day of the baptism of the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ, we baptize because Jesus as an infant was also baptized by John on River Jordan, and we also baptize our children in memory of what Christ did at the River Jordan through John the Baptist. And we are very grateful to those who have brought their children for baptism.
This mass was attended by a cross-section of leaders.
The little money I get, I feel that it is not mine. The money is not mine. If I don't share it with the church where I belong, then I feel it wouldn't be right.
During this same mass, Minister Waryomosi spearheaded the fundraising drive for the expansion of this church.
The Thanksgiving was aimed at raising resources towards expansion of the church, because the population of believers continues to grow, and now the church has become small, and the Christians intend to expand this church so that there is enough space. And for now, they are buying the land that is adjacent to the church building, and they usually call upon us as leaders.
We are mobilizing funds to expand the church, but at the same time purchase a piece of land that will enable us expand the land, because being in town, we are limited by space, but with your support and by the cooperation of the Christians, we shall be able to expand our church and make the best out of what you have given us.
In the end, over 10 million shillings was raised, with Minister Waryomosi and family contributing close to 5.5 million shillings.
Here in my work as a member of parliament, I do a lot of support for the different denominations, Catholic Church, Anglican Church, the Muslims, and all other denominations, because it is Christians who usually raise resources to construct the churches and to do all these developments. And therefore, as leaders, we come in to give them support. That's why I give them whatever support I can raise.
From this church, Minister Waryomosi made his way to this wedding reception of Brian and Chua. Dr. Waryomosi and wife wrapped up the Boxing Day by attending a daughter giveaway ceremony in Komboni, Buga sub-county. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Suspected Allied Democratic Forces rebels have again carried out a deadly attack in Nyabitutsi village, Businje Parish, Kamwenge Sub-County, Kamwenge District, killing 3 people. More details on this story follow.
The assault occurred on Christmas night, resulting in the tragic death of 3 individuals. Kamwenge Resident District Commissioner Isaiah Kanyamahane Biarugaba confirmed the incident, stating that the attackers raided a house in the village, setting it ablaze.
As security, we tried to deploy in the area, but in the area we need to appreciate that the area borders, those homes borders the forest, the national park. So it becomes hard to trail and locate the enemy. By the time UPDF reached the site at the scene, the sun had taken off, and we are pursuing them, and we are sure that by the end of the day or soon they shall be brought to book.
So police is still investigating. We are not sure about if it's true that they are rebels or they are civils, but according to the information around, they are saying they are rebels.
The victims of the attack were identified as Adrin Ngwabinji, a 78-year-old lady, and her 2 grandchildren. This attack falls closely on the heels of another ADF-related incident approximately a week ago, where suspected rebels killed 10 people around Chibale Forest. The victims who were guarding their crops against monkeys fell victim to their silence. In response to the Kamwenge attack, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni condemned the act, attributing it to 4 killers believed to be remnants of the Njovu Kamusu group. This group, consisting of 10 members, reportedly entered Uganda from the Democratic Republic of Congo a few weeks ago. The security situation in the affected areas remains tense, and efforts are underway to apprehend those responsible for the attacks.
Now, because of these events, the President of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has directed the immediate recruitment of Local Defense Unit (LDU) personnel as a way of curbing insecurity in Kamwenge and bordering districts. The directive was contained in a statement read by the Defense spokesperson, Brigadier General Felix Kulaije, during a media briefing at the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs offices. Kulaije acknowledged the existing gaps in security in the districts of Kamwenge, Chitagwenda, Bunyangabu, Kasese, among others. The recruitment of LDU follows a suspected ADF rebel attack in Nyabitutsi Zone, Businje Parish in Kamwenge Sub-County, Kamwenge District, killing a 72-year-old lady and 2 juveniles.
That last night, the same group that did commit atrocities last week, where they killed 10 people, this group attacked another village where they're scavenging for food. PDF squads have continued and will continue to hunt for this group until they are killed. And with this, the enforcement we are making, you can be sure the villages will be guaranteed with security. We killed 12 of them the other week, plus the commander, and we're estimating them to be about 7. You remember, it's the same group that came from Njovu, the one who attacked Queen Elizabeth National Park, and Njovu is in our custody. We captured him. At that time, we killed 2 others. So we have been degrading their numbers. Following the attacks in the Rwenzori sub-regions by the Allied Democratic Forces terrorists, His Excellency the President of Uganda and the Commander-in-Chief of the UPDF has directed for the reactivation of local defense structures in the areas surrounding Chivari National Park and the Greater Rwenzori sub-region to protect communities against these attacks. The UPDF, therefore, hereby announces the mobilization and recruitment of local defense personnel in the districts of Kamwenge, Kitagwenda, Bunyangabu, Chenjojo, and Kasese. The recruitment will be conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 will run from 27th of December, which is tomorrow, 2023, to 10th of January, 2024. The criteria for recruitment shall be as follows. 1, one must be a citizen of Uganda. 2, the person should be ready for volunteer service. In other words, it will be voluntary or volunteering by the individual, not forceful or conscription. The person must be physically and mentally and medically fit. 3 or 4, they must be adults aged between 18 and 45 years of age. Parish / ward shall contribute 12 recruits, making a total of 720 personnel in phase 1.
UBC Lunchtime News. The Office of the Prime Minister has distributed 97,552 iron sheets to 3,752 Karachunas in 9 districts in Karamoja sub-region. The Senior Assistant Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, David Mugisha Kayongo, handed over the iron sheets to the District Security Committee. Take a look.
Identifying 3,752 Karachunas to benefit from the presidential directive of giving out iron sheets to Karachunas in 9 districts of Karamoja sub-region was the main instruction. The Karachunas surrendered guns willingly to enable them live in good condition. The Office of the Prime Minister delivered the consignment of 97,552 iron sheets to the district leaders and district security committees in Karamoja sub-region. Napak district was the last in 9 where the Senior Assistant Secretary from the Office of the Prime Minister, David Mugisha Kayongo, handing over iron sheets. He advised leaders to monitor distribution.
Wherever we have been, they welcome us and they are very happy to receive their iron sheets as the President pledged to give them their iron sheets. And they are happy, extremely happy. They are happy with the Office of the Prime Minister and government at large.
The presidential directive seeks to improve livelihoods of Karachunas and minimize guns in wrong hands.
Every reformed Karachuna is supposed to get 26 pieces of iron sheets. 20 are for the main house, 4 for the kitchen, and 2 for the latrine, as guided by the head of state.
Napak and Moroto RDCs confirm receiving the iron sheets.
This has been also a great motivation in our fight in the Usalama kwa wote, in that it has been a motivating factor. We have received more guns coming in from the Karachuna. The message is always resounding that the monopoly of ownership of guns is with government.
You should not sell, don't even attempt to try to sell these iron sheets. These iron sheets has been brought by government of Uganda for you also to improve on your shelter, other than, sleeping in a grass-thatched house.
The iron sheet distribution from the Office of the Prime Minister started after 100 guns had been recovered from willing Karachunas.
The Karachuna who voluntarily handed over their gun, and this exercise is still going on, and we hope that more guns are coming out, and that's why when you people are coming, I've seen the security along the road is different, and we are working together with our leaders.
Napak District Chairperson Kodette John Paul applauded President Museveni for fulfilling the pledge.
We are thankful to the President, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for fulfilling this promise. We are very sure now that the Karachunas are going to be happy and trust the government.
Thank you so much. Now that story from Saddam Obale takes us into a short break, but we will return with more stories. Don't move an inch.
Meet Stone Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
In this family, we can't agree on anything.
Martha.
We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
It's bigger and better. The old boys and girls of Gulu Public School present the 5th edition of the Alumni Reunion Party with the theme, We Are the Bridge, Our Past, Present and the Future. The reunion will take place on the 30th of December 2023 at the Gulu Public School with so many activities aligned, starting with the prayer, annual meeting, car wash, nyama choma, entertainment. So don't miss. For more information, call 0772 529 700.
When it is KB o'clock, you need more from your voice bundles. That's why MTN is offering you more minutes across all networks that don't expire. Buy the new 90-minute Freedom Bundle at 5K or the 200-minute bundle at 10K and Jazz with no limit. Katiteri ate, no excuses. Make the call now. Dial *100 *21 hash or use the My MTN app and enjoy your Freedom Bundle today. MTN. Together we are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
We started with 1 acre. We started with poultry, then we added cows. Milk, a day we get 100 liters. When the president was around in 2019 in campaigns, was in Chenjojo at a rally, was still insisting on 4-acre model. Then that's where my husband raised up, was like, no, Mr. President, for me I have 1 acre. I practiced to you what you are telling these people. Now I'm able to earn such and such amount. Then was, wow, you bring Mr. Nyakana, tell us. And our 1 acre is not yet to its 100%. As you see, we've been growing up in income, educating siblings, the income security. Now if you even want a loan, they've been calling us, come and give you a loan. People, they know that you have income, even tomorrow you can what? You can pay. Then President talking to us, we've been receiving a lot since from that announcement. That is a free advert for us.
Welcome back from that break. And now into business. The Deputy Speaker, Thomas Tayebwa, spent the Christmas schedule at the Inspire Africa Coffee Hub in Rwashamere in Ntungamo District, where local investor Nelson Tugume has established a multi-billion coffee factory that will add value to coffee.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament has pledged that Parliament will support the local investors to add value and create market for agricultural products and offer employment to youth. He advised the people of Ntungamo to utilize the enabling environment that the interim government has brought to eradicate poverty in the area. A team of engineers from Europe have been contracted to do the final installation. The coffee processing facility is already adding value to the coffee in areas of Ntungamo, Chigeza and Greater Rwenzori, where over 50% cooperatives and Ankole Rwenzori Chigezi Coffee Consortium are promoting value addition. The Ntungamo District Chairperson Sam Muchunguzi applauded the Deputy Speaker of Parliament for visiting the facility. Coffee farmers are looking forward to reaping more from this factory, which has lowered their costs of production. The chairperson of Coffee Investment Consortium Uganda, Nelson Tugume, said Russia and Uganda have signed a memorandum of understanding for adding value to coffee.
So we need to work on extension. So that the coffee we have, it doesn't, because without the project extension, this country may get a bit of a problem. Yes, we will be like Russia. We have what it takes.
Deborah Namamonde. Weekly for Modach, UBC News.
As 2023 draws to a close, renowned biochemist and agripreneur and professor of bioresearch, Professor Julius Nyanzi, has tipped Ugandans on a new enterprising venture for the year 2024. With the slogan, "Money Grows on Trees," Professor Nyanzi has laid strategies that will create jobs for the 75% youth population.
Starting a business in Uganda has become a problem for Ugandans as copying, duplication and opting for non-paying ventures enters the business world. But Prof Bioresearch in Kampala has opened the roadway into entrepreneurship, offering ideas, raw materials, products and market for anybody willing to start a business.
Kubanga castor aina poisonous compound jibaita lysine kama tusika okutuka bezifuka ki dark brown. You keep on turning the seeds tozileka side emu.
Prof Bioresearch Chief Executive Professor Julius Nyanzi wants government to have a policy that will guide youth to create jobs.
The biggest challenge is among the youth. Most youth think that going into value chain in the line of plants means that you're a traditional person, you're conservative, or you've failed. But that kind of thinking has to change, as it has been exhibited by Prof Bioresearch.
Prof Bioresearch has already attracted former government officials to start business who say government needs to refocus the parish development mode of funding.
According to my observation and what I have gone through, it is one of the best programs. And I feel that if government took this program and gave it to the PDM program, it would have been very successful. Because in the first place, the things are made here, they are marketable here. Some of them are things that we can consume within ourselves best, and we should support it, and more people should have more training on it.
That machine makes laundry soap. Yes. And they call square soap. Square.
Professor Nyanzi trains Ugandans and orients them to start businesses, and he says money grows on trees. The old who have been lacking business ideas say the space for business is open. This training encourages one to start a business from available resources. Abiona Francisco, UBC News.
And now into the world of sports. A Kampala-based football promoter, Frank Mutalaga, has applauded government's health policy of immunizing children below 5 years of age against the 6 killer diseases. Mutalaga, who was officiating at the Frank Mutalaga Christmas Cup finals between DC United and Kajansi Wembley, said that following the mandatory immunization process, there are a few lame Ugandans, making it impossible for the majority of Ugandans to participate in any competitive sports activities of their choice, like football inclusive.
Omugaga Frank Mutalaga eno limozini manitone tusobola okusambyasambyako olwakadde ate tusobola okuddayo mu mupiira mangu mangu.
You know, when you are somebody who gives, you can't count that. There is no accountability. For me, what I do, I just give the way I feel like giving. But if I am to estimate, because first of all, in this tournament, I also come up with some of my own clubs. Not to take their trophies, no, but just to teach these others which kind of football they're supposed to play, to motivate these younger ones, because I've told you in the near tournament to come, I'm going to be using these ones within, not using these ones who are playing in the Super 8. They should expect a lot. But the most important thing which I want to see most players who are playing in this Mutalaga Christmas Cup tournament, they are in Villa, URA. Let me give you an example. When I was the chief sponsor of Ubc, I had some players who are now competing outside. Some are in East Africa, others have gone to. So there is a lot of motivation which this tournament has really helped today.
Talaga kyakola kyamaanyi nnyo wano mu kitundu kyaffe, abavubuka abazzamu amaanyi tournament n'abalala abatuuza okubamalako ekibuubaalo buli mwaka ateekawo tournament wano, era tumwagala nnyo era musajja w'amaanyi nnyo mulungi nnyo ssebo.
Omuntu omulala abadde naye omusajja oyo mugumu asobola abasajja b'amatimusi bannange tweyanziza. Fancho gy'oli yangwa oba toli manager ajja kufunira ekirabo kyo.
KCB yafuna emitwalo 30 bwatyo omugaga Musalaga Franka bamukwasa ebidaali kyonna.
Uganda Boxing Federation has hosted its 2023 Boxing Annual General Meeting to wage a way forward for the sport. Hosted at the Uma Showgrounds in Lugogo, boxing clubs, enthusiasts, sponsors and fighters were part of the AGM. Among matters discussed was strengthening relations with the government, fostering accountability, popularizing the sport to other parts of the country and improved performance. Uganda Boxing Federation President Moses Mohanji promised more competitions in the upcoming year 2024.
We are assessing performance of the year 2023. We were allocated 3 billion shillings by the National Council of Sports. It was reduced to 1 billion, but later we received 300 million shillings. It wasn't easy to run the federation programs. The money was not enough, affecting our performance. We are trying to create income-generating projects and activities. The Boxing Champions League has been a success, with different sponsors coming on board. 2024 we will try to compete favorably locally and internationally. We've received information that some of our members who turned professional want to return. They have to go through official processes, contact their clubs, compete before joining the Boxing Champions League.
But beyond that, tulina for kuteekawo empende ezaffe okwenyuza ssente ezaffe. Kiba tulina product nga bw'olaba Champions League gye tugezaako okuzimba esobola okuba nga generating revenue tusobola okweyimirizaawo. Then never sponsors tujja kusigira naffe nga tetupowa tusigala tugenda mu maaso tiro tunasobola okufuna capacity a break evening.
And that story wraps up this edition of UBC Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for your company. I'm Laauryn Masika Kazimoto. Have a good afternoon.